Firebirds being one of the strongest options for Wizards since its Season 23 rework, is yet another set that greatly benefits from the new seasonal Magic Missile power. It definitely outclasses all the other Magic Missile builds in terms of raw power, but it is more complicated to play as you need to set up your damage and therefore it naturally has a slower pace. In other words, if you are looking for a build that just meshes a single button and runs through the rift in a minute or two, this isn't the build for you. One of the strengths of Firebirds is that it can stack an absurd amount of sets, resulting in extremely high damage and toughness at the same time. The latter means a Skirts necklace is also a natural inclusion, as we have an easy time keeping it up, especially since we are running multiple shielding abilities. Apart from these, we get some damage from the Orb of Infinite Depth, where we are also stacking attack speed multipliers for our Magic Missile. And this is when it's important to understand where our damage comes from as a Firebird's wizard, as it can be confusing if you have never run it before. Disintegrate is the ability that applies our 2 and 4 piece effects, meaning it ignites the targets it hits, while it also gives combustion stacks. Disintegrate does not need to have the fire rune to apply its effects, and it does absolutely zero damage on its own. Combustion stacks serve a number of purposes. They provide a massive 80% toughness buff, they remove the cooldown of our teleport, making us quite mobile, while they are also a damage multiplier for our 6-piece bonus. Hitting an ignited enemy with a fire spell, in this case magic missiles with the conflagrate rune, will proc a damaging effect that's based on how many combustion stacks we have. And this effect is what deals all our damage as a Firebird wizard. We don't deal damage directly with our skills, we just use them to proc the set bonus as often as possible. And this is the reason we don't stack magic missile damage, for instance, as it does nothing for us. But the attack speed of our magic missile and the number of missiles we shoot still matter. With this in mind, let's see how to play the build. At the start of the run, activate your buffs and hold down Disintegrate for 2 seconds to reach maximum combustion stacks. Start teleporting around while still holding down Disintegrate and also spamming Explosive Blast and try to ignite all the enemies on the screen. Once the enemies are burning, start spamming Magic Missile around you to melt everything in a second. Then keep holding down Disintegrate again to regain your stacks and start teleporting until you find the next blob of monsters or an elite. And just repeat this for the entire rift. The version you see here is preferred at lower Paragon levels, while at around 2k Paragons you can drop the Guardian set for Captain Crimsons for more damage. This also means you need to have more CDR rolls, as they directly translate to damage increase. Another slightly weaker variant you can run is to drop the Oak-Hilt set for a Renslaor's Folly and then Echoing Fury, while equipping a Twister on your bar. With this version you have very high attack speed and you can pixel pull enemies on demand, giving an even more engaging and fun playstyle. So this is it for this guide. The build might require a bit of getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, you'll have one of the best XP farming builds for wizards currently. I leave you now with one of my better runs, while you can also check the gear I used at the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. See you next time.
Never cease to impress.
Dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
Tell me of your glorious order.
We seek the sacred tomes that were stolen by Archbishop Lazarus.
Oh, what's in them? Naughty illustrations, perhaps?
No, they contain prophecies of the end times. Without them, we are lost.
But they have been gone for 20 years, and you survived.
And we will survive 1,000 more.